Hey Chiefs Kingdom, welcome back to Chiefs Daily Report. I'm Jeremy, your resident superfan, and I am pumped about what we're covering today.
And I'm Lynnie with the analytical breakdown. Jeremy, I can already tell you're fired up. And honestly, there's a lot to be excited about coming out of training camp.
Lynnie, where do I even start? The Chiefs just announced this massive month-long global celebration leading up to the Brazil game. This is next-level stuff.
It really is impressive from an organizational standpoint. What caught my attention is how they're positioning this Brazil opener, September 5th against the Chargers in Sao Paulo. It's not just a game, it's a cultural event. Streaming exclusively on YouTube, too, which shows they're thinking beyond traditional broadcasts.
And can we talk about yesterday's training camp practice? Day 11 and Patrick Mahomes was dealing in the red zone. Touchdowns to Xavier Worthy, Jalen Royals, Noah Gray. The connection with these receivers is looking crisp.
That red zone focus is crucial. Andy Reid specifically mentioned they were one of the top third down teams last year, but he wants better. What really stood out to me was that 50-yard connection between Mahomes and Isiah Pacheco during 7-on-7 drills.
Dude, Pacheco with the over-the-shoulder catch, running backs making plays like that, that's championship depth right there. But Lynnie, let's talk about this Jason Brownlee guy. He's been turning heads all camp.
Brownlee is fascinating from a roster construction perspective. He's a reserve future signee who spent last season on the Jets practice squad, but he's making the most of his opportunity. That leaping grab in tight coverage during one-on-ones yesterday was exactly what you want to see from a bubble player.
Concerning, speaking of bubble players, how are you feeling about the injury situation? I'm a little concerned about Hollywood Brown's ankle.
The Brown situation bears watching. Reid said surgery isn't expected, but they're being cautious with that ankle. What's more concerning from a depth standpoint is the tight end room. Jared Wiley's knee has swelling, he's day-to-day, and with Jake Brenningstool also dealing with a hamstring issue, that position group is thin.
Optimistically, at least Sky Moore came back from his hamstring injury. Guy needs to stay healthy if he wants to make this roster with all the receiver competition.
Exactly. Moore's in an interesting spot. Second-round pick in 2022, but he hasn't produced consistently. With players like Brownlee making plays and the depth at receiver, every practice matters for him.
Curiously, let's talk about those recent roster moves. They signed 3 new players and waived 2 others. What's your read on that?
Informatively, classic training camp roster management. They brought in cornerbacks Asajani Carter and Azizi Hearn, plus receiver Keyshawn Smith, while waiving injured players Darius Rush and Eric Scott. It shows they're not afraid to churn the bottom of the roster to find the right fit.
And Chiefs fans, don't forget, first preseason game is this Saturday, August 9th, against the Cardinals in Arizona, 7 p.m. Central Time.
That'll be our first real look at how all this training camp work translates to game action. Then, August 14th, we get the ESPN docuseries, The Kingdom. 6 episodes with unprecedented access to last season's championship run.
I cannot wait for that. And the Red Friday flag is back. Love that it supports Ronald McDonald House charities. Chiefs Kingdom always gives back.
What I love about this month-long celebration is how it connects the local community to the global fan base. From Kansas City traditions like Red Friday to the international stage in Brazil, it's smart organizational thinking.
Playfully, before we wrap up, let's make some predictions. What are you watching for in that Cardinals preseason game?
I want to see the red zone execution carry over from practice to game situations, and honestly, how some of these bubble receivers like Brownlee perform under game pressure.
Curiously, I'm watching the defensive secondary. With Christian Fulton still on PUP and working his way back, guys like Nazeed Johnson, who made that leaping pass breakup yesterday, need to step up.
Great point. Fulton starting to run is encouraging, but that cornerback depth will be tested early.
Energetically, Chiefs Kingdom, we are officially in the home stretch to kick off. Brazil, here we come, baby!
Wrapping up, thanks for joining us on Chiefs Daily Report. Keep following along as we build towards what could be another historic season.
Excitedly, Red Friday forever, and remember, Chiefs Kingdom never dies. We'll catch you next time.